So we have the question of how was this past week? And it kind of more or less sucked, but it's okay, I got through it. So where we left off, we had a terrible snowstorm, and that went on until Friday. Friday things started to clear up, but it still wasn't certain that everything was where it needed to be. So yeah, I had plans for Friday, but nothing really went through with it, which kind of sucked, but that's kind of how things go. So it's kind of okay though, because I came down with like the most awful 24-hour bug ever on Friday evening, and then I was so sick on Saturday that I really couldn't do anything but lay in bed like the whole day. I think I started being up to walking around and actually doing stuff toward the end of the day when I'm like, I'm hungry. Beyond drag myself out to the kitchen and grab a loaf of bread hungry. So I did get better. I got over it very quickly. I was well by Monday, or close enough. Well enough I didn't have to spend any more time out, because I think I lost 4 days, 4.5 days of work last week, which was awful. But I had the paid time off so that it wasn't completely devastating to me. And I also have savings, so even if something were really bad, I would be able to fix it. Which I think I have done a little bit. My credit card, I think I've been using more than I was thinking I was. So I think I've been eating out more. So I need to be more careful about that, because I'm not actually saving money with it when I do that. So I'm going to try to cut back on that and, do the stuff like I've been doing, carry my lunch and so forth. We'll see how that turns out. It usually doesn't. I had a turkey leg today, but that was great. I'd been having kind of a terrible week until I woke up to the barbecue guy, and I'm like, I don't know what I want. He's like, you want a turkey leg? And he had 4 left, and it's kind of like, sure, I want a turkey leg. I always forget how they put me to sleep normally, but today it just perked me up. I guess I was already too sleepy to be put more to sleep. So aside from that, I do have a reasonably good coach, and, well, she knows me. She's a great coach, but she knows me, and I was kind of down not too long ago, and she was trying to make me feel better about stuff, and that was kind of nice. It's always good when you have a coach who seems to like you. So, yeah, that would be my supervisor, or at least my immediate supervisor. So, that's going well. Yeah, I was, just in a bit of a funk like I can be sometimes. And she was pointing out how the work that I was working on was improving my stats, even though it's kind of depressing work. Speaking of depressing work, I think that somebody else got tapped for a position I wanted, and that's a little sad, but since I heard about it from him in the I hate this, I can't believe I ever let anyone talk me into taking it kind of thing, I think that he may not stick with it, which would be good for me. In the meantime, how did I do with my goals last week? I did design a rough draft of my computer, and I finalized the prototype design for the windmill I'm working on, but I haven't gotten it all down on paper. Drawing it out takes a lot longer. And I didn't do anything with the entrepreneurship, which is unfortunate, because that is the one that might actually make me some money. So we're looking ahead now, and what does next week look like? Well, next week sees the end of the month, so I should definitely make an effort to pay my bills. I do have goals left over from last week that I could finish. I can make a second draft on my computer design, and I can actually put the prototype on paper so that it's where I want it to be, and maybe also get it in my journal. I can also add that I should work on my taxes, or at least getting some of the paperwork together, because there's a lot of forms for me for this past year. And I think that covers everything. But I'll see y'all next week. I should be having some fun this weekend.